Hello everybody, welcome back to Balatro. This episode is probably reaching you out of order because this is not your typical Balatro video. This is an update for 0.9.0q-DEMO. So the game has had an update and I'm going to go through some of the changes with you here. Starting off in the options, we now have a stats page instead of a high scores page. So you have all your regular stuff over here, but then you also have card stats. So you can see total completed rounds with this card. So I've done 603 completed rounds with Abstract Joker, 474 with Ride the Bus, and so on and so forth for the Jokers that you have available in your collection. You can also see the same thing for consumables. Clearly I'm an Earth stan. Tarots, planets, the new spectrals, and of course vouchers on the end, though there's not enough of them currently in the game to fill out a page. There will be soon. So if we jump into a game, I'm not probably going to show off the whole run, just some bits in between, but I haven't done this yet because this is all new to me. But if we come down to the deck, we can see a preview of the deck, and you'll notice that in my hand right now I'm holding the Ace of Hearts. So the Ace of Hearts is grayed out because it's not in my draw pile anymore. So we now have complete information on draw piles and how many of each card is available to us. So let's win this round and then we can go and investigate something else in a moment. I would still like a full house, that will do it. So the base scoring for flushes and straights has been changed. So flushes is 35 times 4 and straights are now 30 times 4. Those have been amended somewhat. What are we going to take right now though? None of this. Let's just press on. Well, we have a full house in hand already. And we just played kings, so there's no point in holding out for more of them. Give me a queen or an ace. Or a pair of nines will work nicely too. What else have we got? General performance improvements. We can now sell cards in more situations. So previously sometimes you were locked out of selling certain cards. Let's buy that guy. Let's buy a jumbo spectral pack as well. You know you love to. A rare Joker, everything in one suit. The what are they called? The bits of information have been expanded. So now you can see foil is plus 30 chips. Holographic tooltips, that's what they're called. Holographic is plus 10 and polychrome is times 1.5 mult. So those have been expanded on various cards, which is very nice. Shall we? Well, if we set them all to one suit, we'd have all the sixes in the same suit. But also, I do like rare Jokers. We've got DNA. So all heart cards are debuffed. We've seen that before. Show me a jack or a 9. Well, the very first thing I should do is probably try and play for a trigger on DNA. I'd love to do that with an ace. There you go. Then we can play this full house. The death card has been reworded, so it's more clear for new players. I think we can probably muster on with what we've got. Alright, we'll skip that. Give me an 8 of hearts. Happy to have it. Now, if I can find that 8 of hearts and make more copies of it, I'd be really grateful. Instead, we're just going to make another ace and play this full house. And we're going to need one more decent hand or two. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 for the straight with a plus 10 mult in it on the holographic. I will grab an ice cream and keep pushing on. So the psychic, this is a big one. You must play 5 cards. But let's just say I wasn't paying enough attention and, oh, I've got DNA and I want to play an ace. I'm going to play my hand. Oh, I must play 5 cards. Silly me. Well, in that case then, let's hunt down for that additional card. Never again will a player go, oh, I just discarded a hand that I meant to play, because the game now gives you a warning. So if there was ever going to be a compilation of things that I did making mistakes playing cards I wasn't supposed to play against a boss, we've now seen all the ones that we ever will see. Right, give me a lucky 9. What else do we have in the patch notes? Renamed high scores to stats. We saw that earlier. If I can find that 8, I will make copies of it. There it is. So if I can have a bunch of copies of that for later, that would be great. Glad I didn't quite get to the discard button there. You now get a sticker for beating the demo with a base stake difficulty for each Joker in the collection. So, you know how I've been tracking my wins? You go into the collection now. Each Joker that you win with will get a little white sticker because we're playing on the white difficulty. And it tracks them for you. It doesn't track you per deck, just for all of the Jokers as a total. But still, that is a nice, fun change. Good for people that want to have a little more of a goal to work through. Another one of those guys. Thank you ever so much. Right, I will... This seems unwise. Throw that lot. Oh, well. Don't mind if I do. You now can no longer make unlocks while using a seeded deck, a seeded game. So if you're playing the game with a seed to break the game or test things or just have fun on a seed that somebody else has provided to you, you won't be able to unlock anything in your collection while playing on those seeded runs. I will take this guy. And we will continue to press on. Start with 0 discards, that's fine. Hopefully, I don't regret that. We're still doing pretty well for score. And if we can find some glass cards... yeah, the whole no discards thing is a thing I have to deal with, isn't it? If we can find some glass cards to play with our fancy 8s, we can get all of those doubled, the multipliers that are provided on them. Right, give me a Zany. Give me an Arcana pack now that we have a good amount of money. Oh look, a glass 8. I'm so here for it. I'll take a Celestial pack as well. Give me an upgraded Trips. Is there anything else in here? Updated the wording on Smeared Joker to be clearer. Right, we're going to try and copy this 8 without breaking it. You love to see it. Right, I'm going to discard this 8 because I don't ever want to actually play the glass 8s when they're not either being copied or being used to score against difficult bosses. Changed the deck peak to have larger labels and shaded colors. Well, that's this. I haven't even used it once yet, but the deck peak has changed. Let's go more tarots. Devil, destroy cards, hearts. I'm not that interested in hearts, really. Let's make this 6 into a gold card. As for Celestial pack, I'll go with Pluto because we play high card every time we double something with DNA. Speaking of which, and it didn't break. Totally here for it. Right, I'll play aces full of threes right now. Changed blackboard to count debuffed spades and clubs, but not debuffed wild cards. So blackboard's going to be a little easier to use. Please show me one more 8. Not a glass one though. Alright, we'll do this. So many bonuses. $3 extra from the gold card in hand. Increase the rank of cards, make wild cards. If I can make some 7s into some 8s, I absolutely will. Well, there's one. Is there anything I'd rather have? No, I think the 7 and the king can become an 8 and an ace. And then I will just use Emperor to get 2 fresh cards. The Fool will get another Emperor. The Star I will sell. The Emperor will make 2 more cards. Celestial Pack for us. Mars on 4 of a kind. Should be good for our 8s later. We have 35 chips left in this ice cream, so that's not going to last forever. Well, can we get lucky again? We can indeed. Right. Well, we've got a good amount of 8s. If I had to, I could play a full house with one of those glass 8s. So if we do it this way, this will become doubled by this, and we get all of the rest. And we broke a glass 8. I'm sad about it, but these things happen. But now I actually have problems. There's no way this is going to be a flush. But it's probably just going to be high card. I need 3,000 points. I can make a stone card to help. Honestly, it might have to be the pair of glass 8s plus a stone card and hope that I can generate some amount of score with this, although it's not looking great because we're only starting on base 2 multiplier, so it'll be 4, 8, and then the rest. But I have no better play to make right now. 6, 7, 8, 9 is not a straight. Nah, we're short. But this was just a quick one to run by some of those changes with you, so you knew if you wanted to jump back into the demo and experience those. So I will just read out through the whole list in case there's anything I missed. View undrawn cards in deck. Peek undraw cards in deck. Increase base score of flush and straights. Increased planet bonuses per level for flush and straights. That's Saturn and Jupiter planet cards. General performance improvements can now sell cards in more situations. Changed negative effect to be slightly shifted. That's the color hues. New run screen in main menu defaults to continue where applicable. Reworded the death card to be more clear. Bosses that debuff your entire hand and throw it away warn you when they are going to do so. Brand new tooltip system, more information now displayed for cards. Renamed high score to stats. New top 10 stats screen for each of most used Joker, Consumable and Voucher. You now get a sticker for beating the demo with the base stake difficulty for each Joker in the collection. Seeded runs can no longer discover items in your collection. Seeded runs can no longer count towards stats. Seeded runs no longer allow you to unlock items in your collection. View deck button only shows on hover. Changed blackboard not to count debuffed spades and clubs but not debuffed wildcards. Changed wording on dusk to say re-trigger. Changed to-do list to always randomly select a different poker hand. Changed the deck peak to have larger labels, shade color coded stuff. and updated wording on Smear Joker to be more explicit, along with a bunch of bug fixes. So if you haven't done so already, go and check out the new update. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you at the end of October when new videos from this demo update will reach you in the playlist. Until then, thanks ever so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.